Good morning. My name is Carl Childers, and this is Managing Attorney Jeanette Soltys. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you, Carl.
Cool.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
As the state gets busy to send their kids back to school and the nation, I figured it might be a good time to talk about how to navigate the divorce process when you have kids going back to school, and maybe what some of their best practices should be. So if you can address that.
Yeah, absolutely. So something when going back to school to always remember is conflict is going to hurt kids.
Okay.
There are more things with back to school and getting back into the groove of extracurricular activities that can cause conflict. So always remember, conflict hurts kids, so you have to choose your battles. So in all of these different issues that are coming up, decide, is this something that's worth exposing my child to some hurtful conflict?
Right.
Or is it something I just need to, get over it because I'm the adult and compromise?
Do what's in the best interest for the kids.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the parents.
And people think that they can insulate their kids from the conflict or that their kids don't pick up on it.
Right.
And that is just so off.
Yep.
They always pick up on it. Kids are so much smarter than we give them credit for. I'm amazed at how even little kids can go through phones now. And,
Yep.
Mommy, let me play on your phone. And really they're looking through your text messages or...
Oh, I have two kids. I have a daughter that's 10 and a son that is 6. And they are like little radars.
Yes.
They know everything.
Yes.
And they surprise me whenever my wife and I think we're keeping something from them. They know.
Yeah, they pick up on body language.
Yep.
They stick their ear against doors and eavesdrop.
Right.
So conflict is going to hurt them. So going into the school year, just keep that in the back of your mind. Now, there are a lot of different things to think about.
Okay.
One is, when school starts, there are now going to be a lot more activities
Yep.
that both parents want to go to. So that's a big thing, is remind yourself that you need to be civil with your ex. You're going to be seeing them at school functions,
Right.
extracurricular functions. Now this is an even bigger one that can be even more difficult. Your ex might want to bring a significant other with them. This causes so much drama and conflict, and it's in front of the kids, and the kids pick up on the body language. You have to fake it till you make it.
Right.
I don't care if you think dad's new girlfriend is inappropriate because she's half of his age and
Right.
she's wearing booty shorts to the school play. You put on a smile and greet her and just put on a happy face for your kids.
Right. And maybe have a discussion offline where nobody else is around to start corresponding about what is in the best interest of the kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just make sure that none of that conflict or even discussion is in front of the kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Recently, in a couple of interviews that I've had with prospects, they have asked me a question: is there a better time to file? Before going back to school, after they go back to school? And what they're really asking is, what's the best way to do this?
Yeah.
Do you wait if you know that that's in the best interest of your family? How would you answer that question? Is there a better time to file? Maybe I'm setting you up a little bit.
No, I wouldn't say there's a better time to file. This time of year, filings pick up.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think it's because over the summers, families go on vacations
Yes.
and just have a lot going on. So I think people get back into the groove of school
Okay.
and then tend to file. It might also make sense to file at this time of year because divorces don't happen quickly.
Right.
So if you're filing now, you're probably looking at a Christmas break transition, if there's going to be changes in address, changes
Okay.
in schools. So yeah, it could make sense. If you wait until Christmas break, then you're
Right.
looking at maybe waiting until the summer before you're making any of these big changes.
Right. Jeanette, what is something that the parents could do to prepare for future school events and future
Yes.
extracurricular activities?
Yeah.
What should they start thinking about for after the divorce process?
Okay. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is hire a good attorney who
Okay.
has lots of work with custody cases, because an attorney who has years of experience with custody cases can help contemplate potential arguments.
Okay.
We see this stuff day in and day out,
Right.
and just see the typical things, so we can help you craft a parenting plan that contemplates these things.
Okay.
Another thing is, don't assume that because you guys are getting along now, you're going to always get along.
Right.
I have this discussion with clients all the time,
Okay.
where people won't want to put all these different, fallbacks in the parenting plan and just say, we'll figure them out. Great, I hope you can, but the parenting plan is what you fall back onto if you don't.
Okay.
So you have to have lots of specifics in the parenting plan. Something that really every divorcing person with kids needs to keep in mind is there's going to be big compromises,
Mm-hmm.
and it's always going to be that way. If you and your spouse don't get along well enough to stay married, it is unrealistic to think going forward you're going to agree on everything.
Right.
I can give an example from my own personal co-parenting relationship.
Okay.
My ex and I don't see eye to eye on if it's okay for our son to ever miss a sports game.
Okay.
So he does soccer and he does basketball.
Right.
My ex believes, and he's a sports writer too, so he's very into sports. I'm not. So maybe that affects it. But my ex's opinion is this is a commitment you make to your team, and you need to be there every time. My opinion is, he's 7. And
Right.
his grandparents aren't going to be around forever, and
Right.
I kind of, if there's a family weekend with grandparents, that's what I prioritize. Something that people just need to realize is neither of us are right,
Right.
and in most conflicts like this, no one's right. You just have different perspectives and different priorities.
Right.
So my ex has to compromise. Both of us do.
Mhm.
I am cognizant of how many games we miss, and I
Okay.
try to only do 1 or 2 games maybe a season. I'll have something where we're out of town, and he has to just he lets it go.
Right.
We could choose to bicker over this, but both of us know this is not worth it.
Right.
We have to respect that my time's my time, his time's his time. We're not always going to see eye to eye about what the other parent does with their time,
Sure.
and we just have to accept that.
So it comes down to rather communicating with each other and accepting that you don't have to win every time, and it's not about winning.
Exactly.
It's about what is in the best interest of the child and yourself. Conflict is negative, and it can be draining. We believe in happily ever after divorce. And the only way to get to that is to understand that, to your point, there will be compromises.
Yeah.
But just communicate and bring your kids into a healthy discussion on maybe what they want from their parents.
Yeah. And I absolutely guarantee that the conflict is more harmful to a child
Right.
than missing an activity or seeing a girlfriend you don't like at
Right.
an event. The conflict is worse. So sometimes you just have to let those things go.
Well, thank you very much. And by the way, we have a brand new website. You can check us out at atlantadivorcelawgroup.com. We're very proud of it. And if you would like to start discussing your happily ever after divorce, please contact us today on our website, our YouTube channel, or just give us a call. Thank you very much.
Thank you.